Hey, it's Pete, GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day. And, well, I got something I've always wanted to try. Okay, it's a huge question. And that question is, hey, Pete, if I've got a good fescue yard and I've got a little bit of Bermuda spots here and there, and I mow that grass and I mow that Bermuda and return those clippings back to the yard, will that make that Bermuda grass spread? Or let's say you have a contractor that cuts your yard, mows your grass, and you have a really nice fescue yard, but they may mow who knows what, Bermuda or whatever, really specifically talking about Bermuda. Can they transfer that Bermuda into your yard, and will it take root and grow? So I've got a cool little experiment I'm gonna do right here, just to see. I don't know the absolute answer to that. My guess is Bermuda is such an aggressive, invasive plant that yes, it probably would happen. I know for a fact if you pulled it up by the root and went and threw it over in some dirt and kept it wet, it would tack down and start to grow and spread. That's called sprigging. They actually do that to make Bermuda grow or to fill in the Bermuda area. But I've got some Bermuda in my yard. It's just a couple of little spots. Now, I did my renovation, I think about 6 years ago now, and this year and last year, I just am now seeing a little touch of Bermuda coming back. So I'm gonna fix that going into the fall, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. But right now, I'm gonna use some of this, and we're gonna mimic a mower mowing the Bermuda. And we're gonna take some Bermuda clippings and go put it in a little test area, and I'm gonna keep it wet for about the next month. We're July 5th, and so we got plenty of sun, plenty of heat left for that Bermuda to rock and roll. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, so you can see I've got a little Bermuda right here. It's those same, now this spot right here, see how I got some root material with that little bitty root right there? I'm not gonna throw that in the test area, simply because I know for a fact that'll tack down. But here's what I got. This is just kind of mimicking a mow. And of course, I know that if it's just the blades, they're not going to do anything, but I'm intentionally getting a little bit of stem involved. You see, I've got the little bit of stem that's just kind of representing where the mower, that would be the part the mower cuts off and throws back on the ground. So I'm gonna go over here and put it in the test area, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so obviously, this is not a very scientific test. I'm not a scientist, so we're gonna do it the best way I know how. And I'm just gonna take these clippings. Of course, now this may not quite represent it being discharged and thrown into a yard, but I just wanna see if this stuff will actually root and begin to grow. So we're gonna kind of spread that out a little bit like so. And I'm gonna get some water, and I'm gonna keep this watered for the next month, keep it damp, and just make the conditions as perfect as I can and see what'll happen. All right, so what I did right here is I cheated a little bit, okay? I actually, it got caught in a thunderstorm. That's why so much water in here. This Bermuda, I would consider that checked out. I actually put a little fertilizer in there, just to see if it'll happen. Now here's a piece that I actually stuck down in. Let's see what this is doing. I actually stuck this down in the dirt. And look at there. It is actually starting to put off a little bit of a root and tack down. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Boy, that's why they call it the devil grass. Look here, this Bermuda right here looks good. Now, I'm not gonna bother that, okay? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave this piece alone. And again, this one, oh my word, look. That one I just laid in there, and look at it. It is starting to tack down. Holy cow, look. Right there. Right here. You can see it starting to tack down. Oh my goodness. Ah, I'm beginning to get my answer. All right, I'll check back in another week and see where we're at. All right, so you can see it took me a pretty good while to kind of do this. We started off July the 5th, I think. Went into July 22nd. Today is August the 10th, I believe. Okay, so that's been a little while. Now, you're gonna be shocked when I show you. You're really gonna be blown away when I show you what this Bermuda in this little bucket has done. Check it out. Okay, so I realize that this is not a super scientific experiment, okay? We took some Bermuda grass and we put it in a bucket and kept it wet with some dirt. You can remember this is this piece right here. You know, all of these pieces, we clipped them off without any root system attached. We just laid it in here, and a few of them I actually pressed down in the dirt, okay? Now I want you to watch this. I'm gonna pull this up right here, and look at that. Let's knock that off. Let's see what we got here. And of course, when I started this little thing, I know in the beginning of the video I said I didn't know what was going to happen. I already knew what was going to happen. Bermuda will spread when this happens. But look at this. Look at all those little baby roots kicking in gear. All right, now this is interesting. This is one that I kind of stuck down in there. Now I haven't touched this one yet. Let's pull it out. And let's see what it looks like. Wow. Look at there. Yep, tacked down and taken off. I'm gonna stick it back down in there, but I bet you this don't go back in my yard. All right, now let's pull this big chunk up that I put in here. Wow. Look at that, how it holds that dirt together. That is, oh my gosh. I cannot get over how aggressive this stuff is. All those little roots tacking down. Look at that. And that's just from cutting. All we did was cut a little bit of the stem off. That's it. All right, now check this out. This is what I was, oh my gosh, look at this. I put this little piece right here and stuck it down in there. When I started, it was probably, it was about the size of this one. Not big. But for some reason, it's really taken off. Look at this. Here's where it starts. And look at this runner that it has put off. Now watch this. We're going to pull it up for the first time. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Look at how long that root is that has started to tack down. Look at that. Isn't that freaking amazing? Gosh, I wish Tall Fescue would do this. All right, so we got that up. Now let's just go and pull the rest of the chunk up. Wow, that's a deep root. Look at that. Wow. All that is root system. Let me go rinse this off and I'll show you. Would you look at that? Look at all those root hairs coming off that. Oh my gosh. Now you know why it's so tough to control. Discharging those Bermuda clippings back in the yard, there's a chance that if it makes its way back down to the dirt and it gets some water before the actual, the actual stem or the actual part that you cut off dies, look what can happen. Now, of course, I know we made a perfect condition right here. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But a lot of the times in a yard, Bermuda can have a perfect condition to take off. But look at that. That has just blown me away. I mean, that's almost a good inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches of root growth in what I said, July 5th, a little over a month and 5 days. Wow. So hey, I was just sitting in here editing the video and had a cool idea. Let's go outside, I'll show you. Y'all don't see that much, do you? Okay, so I hate wasting a good opportunity to experiment. So what I did, I saved this big one with a good sized root system in it. I am going to tomorrow transfer this dirt. I'm gonna put some dirt in a 5-gallon bucket. You know, a 5-gallon bucket's about 1.5 feet tall roughly. And then I'm gonna transfer this dirt on top of that. And look what I got. RGS. The reason RGS exists on planet Earth is to drive the root system. So look at there. We're gonna put some RGS in here and we're gonna water it in. We're gonna let that right there soak overnight. Now that's probably equivalent to a 10 times application rate, but that's okay. So tomorrow this will soak in real good. And then I'm gonna stick all this in a 5-gallon bucket. And from now until the first frost, I'm gonna see how deep I can make those roots go. Well, there you go. That's wild, ain't it? That's why so many of you guys love at Bermuda. It ain't nothing to it, right? So I guess I'm gonna get the question now, if I got Bermuda mixed in my fescue, should I bag the clippings? Because it's a possibility it can spread from putting those clippings back in the yard. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether you just do it or not. I don't bag mine, and yeah. Look right there. Yep. When I renovated my yard 6 or 7 years ago, I had 2 spots of Bermuda in this yard. One was right here, one was right over there. Look way over there. See that one other spot? It was actually 3 spots across through here. And it's come in pretty good this year. And I attribute that to the irrigation system, right? Because I've been watering well. So the Bermuda has everything it needs to thrive. It has really good dirt. It's on a high fertility program, and it's getting all the water it wants. What else? And full sun. So what else could the Bermuda ask for, right? So that's why it's taken off. So I'm nuking it. There's a spot, and there's a spot, and down yonder's a spot. So I'm gonna renovate these 3 little spots right here, and we're gonna take them on out. Look right there. Die, baby, die. Die. And I know somebody's gonna ask, well, why didn't you just do the Pilex? Well, I didn't want to be honest with you. I just wanted to go ahead and nuke it with Roundup and try to get it back to nothing. I kept it out of here for 6 long years, and I'm hoping I can keep it out for another 6 years by doing it this way. But look at that. My gosh, that runner is about 3.5, 4 foot long. Wow. So there you go. Well, hey, thank you for watching, and maybe you got something out of this. Maybe you saw that if things are just right, and you go to cutting that Bermuda and throwing it back in your yard, it's a good chance it can spread. So, I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. So, hey, get your Bermuda control right. Hope y'all have a good night. See ya.